Hello, all. Hope you all had a great Monday. As for my day, it was interesting as always. And being Monday means it is Spooky Places Monday. And this week we shall visit a few haunted locations that you may want to visit if you're in the neighborhood. And the first stop will be the Whaley House, located in San Diego, California. The Whaley House has earned the title of the most haunted house in the U.S. Built in 1857 by Thomas Whaley on land that was partially once a cemetery, the house has since been the location of dozens of ghost sightings. Arthur D. Tracy Gula relates her experiences with the house as, over the years, while dining across the street at the Old Town Mexican Cafe, I become accustomed to noticing that the shutters on the second-story window of the Whaley House would sometimes open while we ate dinner, long after the house was closed for the day. On a recent visit, I could feel the energy in several spots in the house, particularly in the courtroom, where I also smelled the faint scent of cigar. Supposedly Whaley's calling card. In the hallway, I smelled perfume, initially attributing that to the young woman acting as the scent. But some later surreptitious sniffing in her direction as I talked to her about the house revealed to her to be scent-free. I guess she must visit there a lot. Some other ghostly encounters include the spirit of a young girl who was accidentally hung on the property, the ghost of a Yankee, Jim Robinson, a thief who was clubbed to death and who can be heard on the house's stairwell where he died, and has sometimes been seen during tours of the old house. The red-haired daughter of Whaley sometimes appears in such a realistic form she is sometimes mistaken for a live child. And famed psychic Sybil Leek claimed to have sent several spirits there, and renowned ghost hunter Hans Holzer considered the Whaley to be the most reliable haunted structure in the United States. Of course, I've heard that title given to many locations, including the White House, Myrtle's Plantation, and a few other places. Moving on, the next stop will be the Sexton House in Russellville, Kentucky. The story goes that a girl got mad at the bad weather on the night of her dance while getting ready in her attic room and looked out the window and cursed at God. She was then struck by lightning that left her shocked imprint on the window. When the window was changed, the imprint came back. They painted over it, still it came through. So they boarded it up. About 2 years ago, a man that lived in the house was found dead by the bedroom door of a heart attack. They do not know what could have caused it. Moving on to the Royalty Theater in Clearwater, Florida. The Royalty Theater was once an old vaudevillian movie house, and since 1921 it has been plagued by paranormal activity. The theater's apparition is nicknamed Captain. He is said to be a bearded, blue-eyed man in a blue coat and hat. Footsteps are heard moving across the stage when no one is present. On one stage wall there is an image of a knife that simply will not go away. It has been covered by 20 coats of paint. Users of the theater do maintain, however, that Captain is actually very friendly. And the last stop this week will be the Hell House in Howard County, Maryland. This facility was once home to a college for girls. The nuns, however, began dabbling in Satanism, and one by one the girls were murdered. Inside the building, chilling screams are heard. At the top of the large staircase there is an enormous cold spot. Interesting. Well, that is it for this week, my friends. But more spooky places to come in the weeks to follow. I hope you all enjoy these, and may you all have a spooky night.